This man's burglary of his ex-girlfriend's home landed him in front of Judge Boyd on a serious felony charge. With his lawyer asking for probation, will the judge show mercy or deliver a harsh sentence?
If you make contact with her, you're looking at 4 years in the prison. If you all decide, oh, we love each other, we're going to try to work this out and get back together, you are not allowed to do that. If she comes to where you are, you need to call the police and let them know that you're not allowed to have contact with her. Court is calling 2024 CR 011295, State versus Damian Xerxes Huff. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Opinion for the state of Texas. Jay Moritz, Your Honor, for Mr. Huff.
And are you Mr. Huff?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case for probation?
Yep, need to be an application for probation. I thought I told.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Huff, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Huff, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
My opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Huff, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state recommends community supervision. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3681. And there's to be no contact with Ashley Barron. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions? Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There'll be 80 hours of community service restitution, MRT, anger management, DDRF, and a MIC evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State operations exhibit 1,
Any objection?
No.
All right, off the record for a moment. This case number 2023 CR 3681, is he on probation?
Yes, Judge, this is, to go back on this, we met with you before on this.
Yes.
This incident occurred before his motion to revoke probation.
Mhm.
And it came up before he was able to start his,
Probation.
yes, the new amended conditions of probation. And so we asked to, since that occurred and we talked to the prosecutor, to have him evaluated for DDRF, and then we reset the case to go back. Since that day, he's qualified for DDRF, and they understand those circumstances that have been occurring before, and that's why they're gonna run them, have to run them concurrent.
All right. Could you, all right, thank you. Could you pull that file for me, please? All right, we're back on the record. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yeah, that's your honor.
You understand you have a right to jury trial? All right. So the reason why I asked you that is because you or your attorney have a right to cross-examine witnesses. The state is not going to be bringing any witnesses in to testify against you today. They are going to be doing that by police reports and witnesses' statements. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, your honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Did you have a chance to talk to the complainant?
We tried several times, Your Honor. We couldn't get through. We even tried calling this morning and we just got to a voicemail with the message, so. Unable to speak to it.
All right, based upon what I'm reading in the police report, there may be restitution. So I am going to order restitution, if any. Counsel, if you believe the restitution amount is inappropriate, we can always have a restitution hearing. So is there any objection to the court ordering restitution, if any?
As long as it's not decided, like you said, by probation as to the amount, unless it's, just need to know we may want.
Well, I will tell you what's in the police reports, and I know you all have read this. So there's an allegation that $800 in cash was taken, a black bag that cost $30, $70 for sunglasses, and then the damage to the window, $200. So that's probably close to what you're looking at. But the state will reach out for any restitution amounts. All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. Sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3681. There's to be no contact and restitution to Ashley Barone. That's Barron.
All right, Judge.
No problem. When I say no contact, I mean no contact. You're not to call her. You're not to send her a letter saying you're sorry. You're not to reach out to her on Facebook. So there's to be no contact with her by you or through any third party. Do you understand?
Your honor.
If you make contact with her, you're looking at 4 years in the prison. If you all decide, oh, we love each other, we're going to try to work this out and get back together, you are not allowed to do that. If she comes to where you are, you need to call the police and let them know that you're not allowed to have contact with her. If you have a weak moment where you're just like, we can work this out, we're in love, guess what? You're looking at 4 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs and the DDRF. And he's already been approved. All right, so that's DDRF and mixed supervision after release. So probation and attorneys, do you think his problem is mental health issues, not being on medications, or does he have anger issues? All right, because I think the MRT is to address thinking, and you can't really think if you have the alcohol, the drugs, and mental health going on. All right, and I'll also do a referral probation to felony drug court since they have the dual diagnosis, but keep him on track for DDRF. 100 hours of community service restitution, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months upon release, proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home healthcare provider or in the home healthcare field, and no employment with minors. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. I've told you this before. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing your issue, you can always come back to the court and speak with me. But above all means, if there's a problem, you got to let probation know, because if they don't know about it, they can't help you solve it. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Quick question, Judge.
Yes.
There's a wait, we know that,
Mhm.
but if he gets transferred to mental health court,
Well, felony drug court.
felony drug court,
Mhm.
he'll just be there until it's time for him to go to DDR.
No, they will be in charge of his conditions completely. So if they want him in DDRF, they'll place him in DDRF.
Guess the only thing I didn't want to have is delay in his wait time.
Oh, no, it won't be delayed.
Okay.
Yes. All right, can you reach out to felony drug court? Because I think felony drug court, they'll be able to see him next week or they may be able to see him this week. And we'll have our answer. If they're able to see him this week, we'll have our answer before the week is out.
Right now, there's a.
That's why I wanted to add felony drug court.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Have a seat.